What's up, guys, and welcome back to level 2, well, our level 2 of Spyro the Dragon. That's right, we are in World Artisans. This is level Stone Hill. We're going to collect 200 gems, we're going to find 4 dragons, and we're going to actually get our first egg, as well as the Stone Hill skill point, and of course a trophy achievement related to the area. Now, as you may have guessed, we're going to go ahead and pick up right where we left off and jump in. We're going to try to remove some of the load times and cutscenes and things that aren't relevant to gameplay, but we're going to keep all of the dragon overviews and cutscenes in, as they are wildly helpful to what we're doing here. So, hey, up and away, we're finally entering Stone Hill. We're going to jump right into some gem collecting, as well as finding our first dragon. Now, there is a skill point related to a specific tulip on the level, and we'll show you exactly where that is here in a bit. But meanwhile, we're going to go ahead and make our way around, taking out any and all bad guys, and of course grabbing all gems on our path. Now, as you notice, by taking out the rams, we are actually finding a few gems there, and you might have noticed that there are some sheep floating around too. We'll get to those sheep in a minute, but you're going to want to flame those guys, so hit that circle button, or I guess B, depending on which platform you're playing on. And of course, use the old run and smash method to get through those big silver chests. And we'll go ahead and grab Lindar here in a hot second as soon as we clean out the room of all the gems.
When you free a dragon or step on one of their platforms, you're saving your progress. That could be useful if you run into trouble. Not that you ever run into trouble, Spyro.
All right, 1 dragon down, 3 to go. Back out to the main area, and we're going to find some more gems, as well as, well, here in a second, we're going to find another dragon, and we actually find ourselves a key that will be useful later in the level, as one of the chests requires a special key. So, hey, over in the far corner there, you can see we got ourselves another extra life. And there we go, we got another dragon out on the ledge here. This happens to be Astor.
After you've freed all the dragons, pass through this fancy vortex thingamajigger. It'll take you back to the artisan home. But first, let me tell you a story.
No thanks. See ya!
No thanks, see ya, he says. What a noob. Anyways, all those little dragon rescues are very helpful, as they do give us tips and tricks on how to play the game and how it all works. But hey, take a nice death-defying drop down below onto the beach. That's right by the beach, man. We're going to go ahead and pick up a key, as well as 4 silver chests that have some goodies inside, gems totaling up towards our 100%. We'll go ahead and ride this super cool elevator lift up and around, and back out we go. Now, there is an upper ring that we're going to be advancing to here in a hot second. That's where you're going to find a majority of the gems that are left once you trudge your way around all of the places down below. As you can see, there are lots of gems hiding in the grass, in the corners, and all sorts of places. In fact, lots are being dropped by the baddies too, so make sure you flame or charge into any of those bad guys, as they will likely drop some goodies for you to collect. All right, now you probably noticed too, there's all these sheep around here, and I have not been taking them on at all. Well, I should say Reese hasn't been, as Reese was our video game recorder. In fact, you can see we even chased them out of the way there, trying to avoid them. The reason being is the trophy achievement for this area is called Sheep Kabob, and it requires us to flame 10 of the sheep. And we wanted to make sure we did it all at once, and we wanted to do it in an area that was pretty easy for you guys to do as well. And also, it should be noted that you could flame 10 sheep throughout the whole level. It doesn't matter which and where. So if you got those 3 right there, there'd be 3 less you need to get later. Just keep that in mind when you're trying to get that trophy achievement to pop off. Or as we like to say, can we get a bling? All right, ride the elevator up to the middle section here. We're going to find a couple of gems and Gildas!
Spyro, my friend, how about a hint on gliding?
You bet!
For the longest glide, press the jump button at the top of your jump, and try pressing the action button to drop down mid-flight.
All right, Gildas getting us learned about that, the old ground pound, which we don't use a whole lot, but it is useful to know about. It's kind of a dive once you float. I don't know. It's a funny angle, if you will. All right, on the upper ledge here, we're going to find ourselves a whole bunch of gems floating along in the grass, but we're also going to find some tucked away on some of the buildings. You can see here we got a couple of greenies chilling, waiting for us. Make sure you check each of the nooks and crannies, and when you're ready to roll on, right outside that first building, kind of over towards the middle, we're going to find a pink tulip just sitting all by itself. You can see it there. We're going to go ahead and use the old circle button to get our flame on, or B button, depending on which console you're playing on. And then we got our first thief over here, which is going to give us an egg. Now you're going to want to press and hold the run button, the charge, which should be square or X, depending on your platform. And just keep a close distance until you get within striking. If he makes a turn, try to cut him off. If he gets close enough, you can flame him, use the flam. It's just up to you and how you get it. But the thief should be pretty easy to track down. Just be smarter than him. That's right. All right, now we're going to backtrack a little bit and get the remaining gems that are floating around up top. You can see we're just short about 25 now. And there are a handful on the hills here, but we actually have another area down below. We got to get our final dragon as well as use the key. That's right, you can see we still got that key for the chest that we found right by the beach, man. And we'll get to that in a hot second, but you want to make sure you get all of these floating around before you drop down and go underground. Because that's where we're going to drop into a well and see what's down there. Again, we're not there yet, though. We got to go all the way around. We got to get all of the remaining gems up top here. We made it all the way to another building, which you can see it's kind of like the end of the road, so to speak, for this upper lawn area. And look at that. Once we drop down back into the middle, here we go. We've got ourselves a well. Well. Inside here, we've got all of the gems needed. Couple scattered around. One uses the key that we picked up earlier. Thank you very much. That should take us to 200. Oh, to the yeah. And watch out. That next step's a doozy. We actually did not mean to float back up. So we got to drop right back down. We're going to go ahead and smash right into Gavin and see what he's got to say.
Watch the dragonfly, Spyro. His color indicates his power. When he eats butterflies, he stays strong, like me.
Sure.
All dragons found. 100% level complete. Look at that. We've got all the dragons. We got that egg. We also got that 200 gems. And, of course, we got that check mark for the Stone Hill skill point, which was Burn the Hidden Tulip. But wait, there's more. That's right. We told you we were going to get that sheep Kabob trophy achievement for flaming 10 sheep. And you can see we've got one right here. Poor guy. Oh, he survived. Ultimately, there are a couple of groups, large groups, where you will find 4, 5, maybe even 6 sheep in the same area. And you can see here's 3, right, clumped together, and there was another one. So there's 3, done did. Here's 4 and 5. Gotta get closer. 4 and 5. All right. All right, you can see the dragonfly is making mincemeat out of those torched sheep. I'm not sure what's going on. That dragonfly, I know he was just trying to tell us what's up with that, but I still don't quite get it. Now, keep in mind, too, when you run over one of those dragon pads from where you're freed, you actually are saving the game as well, which was tipped off by one of the dragons in this level. All right, upper deck. We've got a handful of them here. So there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and, oh, Booyaka Show. We already had one, I guess, so Sheep Kabob is officially ours. Now we just got to find our way to the return to Artisans, which we were also tipped off that once we get done with the level, we get 100%. Or I guess maybe we don't even need 100%. There is the return home area, though. We're going to go ahead and jump right into that, which is going to take us right back to Artisans. Now, you could use the quit or the menu and go that way, too. But we find this way a little bit more appealing, as it does do a treasure found countdown. And we've got officially 300 gems and are returning to Artisans, where it'll take us to the next level. But guess what, guys? That is going to wrap it up for Spyro Reignited Level 2 Stone Hill, where we got all collectibles. Hopefully you found this video helpful, maybe a wee bit entertaining as well. If you did, don't forget to click that like button. Special shout out to Adam for the guide writer and Reese for the recording. And as always, until next time...